step into a session that is both timely and deeply relevant. Youth and mental health. International Rotary Youth Panel discussion.
ನಮ್ಮ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ನಿಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲರ ಪರವಾಗಿ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಲೋಕೇಶ್ ಬಾಬು. ಸರ್, ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಟೋಟಲಿ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ಪೀಸ್, ಆರ್ಟ್, mental health, especially of the youth. What are your initial introductory words, sir?
As we see every day in the newspaper, we'll keep seeing a lot of events happening related to the mental health, but not on the good side. These days, wife murders husband, husband murder wife. It has become a common theme. Children's committing suicide. Recently, we saw where one mother was jealous about her own child and she killed her. So all these things happen as they are seen as a criminal offenses, but in India is still yet to rise to recognize them as a mental health issues, and also what can be done, how it can be identified in the very early stage. So educating youths related to the mental health, and also importance of holistic mental health, like how to take care of yourself by yoga, through meditation, and the importance of yoga and meditation these days has become more of a commercial rather than people imbibing it in themselves as a part of the behavior. So that is one thing which is market. It's a good thing, because International Yoga Day has been celebrated by Modi and made it as patented. It is the only patented Indian traditional system of maintaining our health. And NIMANS also has diploma courses. Nobody knows, I think, actually. NIMANS has diploma courses, postgraduate courses in yoga, actually. So now yoga is included in day-to-day, in everyday life, and how it can be used for our well-being and youth's mental stability. That is the main focus, probably, I would guess, today.
Our next question to Hari sir. How can we empower the youth to become more active peace ambassadors in these communities and their communities too?
ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಒಂದು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, ಏನಪ್ಪ ಅಂದರೆ ಟೂ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಯಂಗ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಯೂತ್. ಸೊ ಯಂಗ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದ ಬಾಡಿ ಹೆಂಗಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿವಸ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಓಲ್ಡ್. ಬಟ್ ಯೂತ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. ಸೊ 3 ಸ್ಟೇಜಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾವೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫಲ್ಲಿ. ಒಂದು ಶಿಶುಗಳಾಗಿ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟು ಯಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜು, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಓಲ್ಡ್. ನಾವು ಶಿಶುಗಳಂದರೆ 14ನೇ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನವರೆಗೂ ನಮಗೊಂದು ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅನ್ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ನನಗೆ ಫ್ಯೂಚರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು, ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಏನಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಈ ಆ್ಯಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿ ಇರ್ತೈತಿ. ಈ ಆ್ಯಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ನಾವು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಎರಡನೇದು ಯೂತ್ಫುಲ್ ಏಜ್. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಯಾವ ಆ್ಯಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಯೂತ್ಫುಲ್ಲಾಗಿರಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಇನ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮೂಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಯೂತಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ಟು ಬಿ ಯೂತ್ಫುಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಟು ಬಿ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪ್ಲೇಫುಲ್, ನಾಟ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಇರಬಾರ್ದು, ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಏನೋ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆತಂಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಅವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಎಂಟರಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಗ್ಸೈಟಿ ಮೋಡ್. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಐತೆ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಏಜಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತತೆ, ಪಾಸ್ಟ್, ಹಿಂದಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಆತಂಕದಲ್ಲಿ, ಹಿಂದಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಆತಂಕದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಯೂತ್ಫುಲ್ ಲೈಫ್. ಸೊ ಟು ಬಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಈಗ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ ಮೇನ್ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರೋದು ರೆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಟು ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಪ್ಲೇಫುಲ್. ಇವತ್ತಿನ ಕಾಲೇಜು ಶಿಕ್ಷಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಅಸ್ ಮೋರ್ ಆ್ಯಂಬಿಷಿಯಸ್. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯಂಬಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಲಿವಿಂಗ್ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಜೀವಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಏನಿದ್ರು ನಾನು ಇದನ್ನು ದಾಟಬೇಕು, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಐ ಶುಡ್ ಬಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ by hook or crook, no other life, just to be first. This is a part of our education system which we need to recorrect it so that we can get into mental health.
I would request you to share a few words on the current youth and the kind of attitude towards success and what they are actually looking for.
Youth is the future. Youth is something that is going to change the world, and obviously for the better. If we look back, in the past few years, youth have changed governments. Sri Lanka, Nepal, the Arab Spring, all over the place. So they have beliefs, and they believe. When they believe passionately. It is very difficult once they get to believe something, and obviously they think about it before they come to these beliefs. But once they believe, then they will do their utmost to see that it actually happens, to change the world for the better. Because looking at youth where they are today and the world as it is today, if I was young, I would be pretty scared. I mean, I was scared even when I was young, but that was a very different world. You didn't really know what was going on around you. Today, because of social media, you're in the middle of it all. And then you wonder, am I capable of really succeeding in this world, of making a difference, of making an impact? So all I want to say is, I'm a practicing Buddhist, so we believe very deeply that everybody has the potential to do something really great. There is no difference between somebody on the street and somebody up there in the ivory castles. So it's the question of how can you bring out these inner reserves of yours to the surface? And on a daily basis, how can you train yourself to become a better and better person so that the world around you becomes better and better? Thank you so much.
Sir, how can educational institutions better support youth mental health in today's environment?
What do educational institutions need to do in very simple words is to encourage curiosity, creativity. But unfortunately, educational institutions kill curiosity and kill creativity. This is in the portion that is not in the portion. This is in the syllabus that is not in the syllabus. Life does not have syllabus. Every day we face challenges which are outside the syllabus. So when we are preparing people, if we are educational institutions preparing the youngsters to face the life outside, we have to teach them to think outside the syllabus, to think for themselves, to question everything. And that in turn contributes tremendously to the mental health of the youngsters who are coming up.
I would like to ask the question to Dr. Lokesh Babu. Sir, as per your experience and you, how does mental well-being influence a young person's ability to contribute to peace? And what are the early signs of stress or burnout in youth? And will the society be affected by their thought process?
Brain is one organ which is totally neglected, never cared for, and taken for granted. So we don't actually recognize brain as our organ at all. We have a fallacy that we start believing that brain is myself. I am the brain, so I exist. We are just a recording of information in one part of that brain. My brain does millions and trillions of things. In that, I have one part of the brain which recognizes and identifies and remembers who I am or what I am. So that is only the one part of the brain. So other part of the brain does all the job without your awareness, automatically, not putting you in trouble. So like we don't breathe every day telling ourselves that I need to breathe. We don't do any of our body activities telling that, okay, I need to digest, I need to make my heart pump. We don't do any of those things. Exactly like that, brain does everything automatically actually. So what is the difference then if it is doing everything automatically is like where the spiritualism or awareness comes into the picture, where I became aware of the activities of my brain. Like for example, now I am angry, I want to hit somebody. So that is what my brain is provoked, is within me. So now I became aware, like okay, my brain wants to hit, it's not that I want to hit. When we make this lose the distinction between whether I want to hit a person or my brain is excited, and as a primary instrument to defend myself or protect myself, it is causing that rage or anger within me. So when we lose the distinction to recognize it's a primary principle behavior of the brain, may not be mine actually. For the youths, like my advice would be like keep the awareness of your brain, like what I am and what my brain does. I have an issue with anger would be a better way to say rather than I'm an angry person. So many people I have seen, they take pleasure in saying kind of a status, hey, I'm very short-tempered. Nobody should talk to me. Like if my nankopa moog mele irutte, they'll say actually like. So they take pride in negative emotions and negative behaviors. Like, I'm a spendthrift, I'm that, I'm this. So we have to recognize why my brain is not able to regulate my own emotions and how would I help my brain to regulate my emotions. That is, I exist as only an awareness more than anything else. Over the period of time, you will be able to recognize and attain to its difficulties which it will have. Thank you.
How will we empower our youth and kind of the problems they're actually facing? What are the main things we need to address for global peace, their mental health, and youth development?
To me, youth is a power that no one can ignore. And therefore, I believe that if anything has to change across the globe, it has to happen through our young voices. And to ensure that, it is not enough to believe that youth is the power of tomorrow. Youth is here today, and it is their power and decision today that can change the world. When you look at the UN Sustainable Goals, because I am part of that, I work for them, every single goal of the UN Sustainable Goals have to be achieved, and if you want it to be achieved by 2030, it can only be done through the youth of the country. And when you think of climate change, when you think of war and conflict, when you think of anything that is wrong anywhere, all it calls for is the power of youth to come together. And everyone knows that peace cannot be bought by force. It has to be brought by understanding. It has to be brought by patience. The youth have it all today. They have the energy, they have the passion, they have the enthusiasm. Then what do they lack? There is one thing that we all lack today, and that is patience. If patience can be brought about in the world, if every one of us decide to be patient, surely there will be understanding, surely there will be world peace.
Sir, can inner peace practices like yoga, art, meditation, or mindfulness strengthen mental resilience in our youth?
ನಮ್ಮ ಎಜುಕೇಷನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಗುರುಕುಲ ಪದ್ಧತಿಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದಾಗ ವಿ ವರ್ ಟಾಟ್ 64 ಆರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲೈಫ್. ಸೊ ಯಾವಾಗ ಮೆಕಲೇಸ್ 1838 ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾರತ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೇನು, ಒಬ್ಬ ಗುರು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕಾಲಿಗೆ ಬೀಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರು ಎಲಿಜಬೆತ್ ಕ್ವೀನ್ಗೆ ಹಿ ಡ್ರಾಫ್ಟೆಡ್ ಎ ಲೆಟರ್. ಇಫ್ ಅಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಕಾನ್ಕರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಫಸ್ಟ್ kill the education system of this land. So that was the education system. And this is the only system, na Gurukula Paddhati, which has deliberately told Amritasya Putraha, means you are Amrita, andre you are the son of nectar. So how can you get nectar? When your growth is in totality. So to have that growth in totality, ಈಶಾವಾಶ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಲೈನ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, ತೇನ ತೆಕ್ತೇನ ಭುಂಜಿತಾಹ ಮಾಗೃದಃ ಕಸ್ಯಸ್ವಿದ್ದನಂ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ರಿಲೀಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಆಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಯುವರ್ಸ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಡಿವೈನ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಡಿವೈನ್, ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ದ ಡಿವೈನ್. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗೆ ನಮಗೆ ಪೀಸ್ ಬರೋದು. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ಆಶ್ರಯ ಆಗಬೇಕು? ಇದಂ ಸರ್ವಸ್ಯ ಆಶ್ರಮ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಬೇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ಯೋಗ, ಮೆಡಿಟೇಷನ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ they are the language which we see in terms of energy. When the mind has stopped its normal process, then you are going to have Brahma, means creativity. So mind with normal activity, normal thinking style, you are absent for so many things. You are building a blockage. So with energy budgeting, so yoga is about energy budgeting and expansion of the energy. Meditation is about growth in totality, not in one. If you are passionate about art, meditation will help you to bring a very good artistic person in you, which you have never been encountered. And that is the beauty, madam.
There's a question from the audience to Ali sir. So nowadays the youth are addicted to online games like PUBG and all those things. They're giving up their education, not listening to their parents. And what are the remedies for such problems? What are your solutions, sir? What are your advices?
When we say people are getting too attached or too addicted to social media, the question is not how much time, what are they doing? The question is, why are they doing? As elders, are we providing them with the right platforms, the right choices, the right alternatives? Why is it that a child hates history in the school, but comes back and sees historical, movies or serials on the TV? It is the way we are presenting. I personally feel, as I grow older and older, I feel We are having too much expectations from the youth and we are giving them too little. Let's take a simple example. I'm an Indian. I'll talk only about Indian boys and girls. I'm only interested in them. We talk about our education system. Everybody criticizes our education system. But check all the top people anywhere in the world. Sundar Pichai of Google, Satya Nadella of Microsoft, President of the World Bank, President and CEO of PepsiCo. I can go on reeling. They are not only Indians, they are Indians who studied in India and then went abroad. Not only that, a person studies engineering in IIT Delhi and he becomes the governor of Reserve Bank of India. What is this thing that we have to give and what we are not giving them, and why are we having the same people who are there doing so well internationally? I hope all of you have seen Three Idiots. There's a Rancho and there is a Chatur. The question is, what do we want our youth to be, Ranchos or Chaturs? Amir Khan tells his director that even a tiger, if you whip it, it goes and sits on that stool obediently. But we tell that tiger is well trained, not well educated. Do we want well trained youth or do we want well educated youth? Guns do not kill people. People do. The answer is obvious.
60% of the youth of the nation are going in the wrong direction, wrong way, and they're spoiling their lives. And the child wants to know, he's a youth, he wants to know, can't the nation or the globe control this? What are your ideologies and your methods? Probably simple ones we can put into action so that we can change the world.
A student is making a mistake. I think it is the surrounding, it is the environment, it is a society that has been a promoter of this kind of a behavior. So I do not want to declare that this many youth are wrong. Who am I to say that? Because what is the right and what is the wrong is something that is most decided by the situation they are in. So many times it is easy for me to sit here and judge another person and say he or she is doing the wrong thing, or say that he or she is not right. But I have not been in the shoes of that person. And I do not know the circumstances or the situation that has led a person to be a certain way. Therefore, it is not really the right way to think that our youth are going astray. I won't believe that, because I still think there is hope. I still believe that youth have a better knowledge of choosing what is right and wrong. What we need to do as citizens of this country is to provide the kind of support that they need physically, socially, psychologically, and social-wise in society, that the youth will not take the wrong way. Again, when I say that, it is not enough for parents or teachers to force something to a student. It doesn't happen. You need to be the example that you want them to follow. I cannot do the wrong things and tell my child, no, this is not what you should do. Children and youth are not listening to you, but they are watching you. So unless and until we as seniors, if you call ourselves seniors or if you call ourselves leaders, unless we set the example, how do you expect them to follow the right path? By forcing, nothing happens in the world. Even peace cannot be achieved by force. It can only be achieved by example, by patience, by showing the way. And that is where we are going wrong. Time for us to show the way, to be in the right way, and to lead the way in the right path. Thank you.
A rapid fire round this is. I want you to answer in one word. What would that one word you will describe the youth of today?
Celebration.
So, youth is celebration. Wonderful. Peace begins with? Yeah.
Patience.
Peace begins with patience. Thank you so much, ma'am. Lokesh Babu, sir. Stress buster in one word.
Affection.
Oh, thank
Actually.
you. Therapy in 3 words.
Therapy is basically understanding, supporting, and being there instead of criticism and making the other person feel bad.
Inner peace is by choice or by practice?
Both.
Both. Thank you, sir. I would like to ask Kailash Advani, sir, digital world, it's friend or an enemy?
That's left to you. As I said, everything has two sides.
Okay, yes, sir. The one app you would recommend for peace?
You need a moral compass. So find a guide, a philosophy that will keep you on the right path.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇಂಥ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾದ ಪ್ಯಾನಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳಿದಂಥ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ವಿಚಾರಗಳನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರಿ, ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊತೀನಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬದುಕುಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಳವಡಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿದೆ. ಅಳವಡಿಸೋಕ್ಕೂ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅವರ ಮಾತುಗಳು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಯಿತು, ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯಿತು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ವಿಚಾರ ಚಪ್ಪಾಳೆಗಳ ಮೂಲಕ ನಮಗೆ ಬರಲಿ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಆಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ದೀಸ್ ವಂಡರ್ಫುಲ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಯು ಶೇರ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಅಸ್.